are. Hello,
Hello.
friends, business people, anyone watching live or the replay. It's been a while. Lisa and Eric Bezic here of Infinite Design House. And if this is a time where you are thinking about getting more leads in your business, so let's say your warm market, everybody knows who you are, everybody knows what you do, everybody knows what you offer and how much you charge and what you got going on, and maybe nobody's biting. Maybe everybody says, not a good time, check back, which is a famous phrase now, check back in the new year.
Yeah.
We're already writing off this year. And you're like, man, I need to get some business. I need to cast my, my reach or my range wider. Okay, let me start thinking about lead generation. So let's break it down quickly. Eric, what exactly is lead generation?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
Can you give like a cliff note, just what they need to know about what?
Okay. So the cliff note would be you're creating an offer, or you're creating something around your business model, whatever that is. Because if you sell products, well, then obviously you would create an offer around your product. Let's say you're selling a water bottles. So you want to get in front of people to let them know, I sell water bottles. That's the first thing you want to do. The second thing is, okay, why should I buy your water bottle over the next person?
And what does that look like? Like a Facebook ad, a Google ad?
Yeah, so we mainly, the top two we do is Meta, so Facebook and Instagram, and then we do Google as well. Those are kind of our go-tos. And then there's everything from TikTok to YouTube to you name it.
So whether it's a water bottle or it's coaching, service-based, product-based, doesn't matter. It comes down to creating an offer and then telling a little bit about why people should pick your thing over someone else. And then when we put this offer out, can we target it to people, to like our people? Like, I only want my people to see this.
You could. Yeah, you could.
Or what's like the strat, like what's like a cliff note strategy around that?
So, okay. So the first thing that you would look to do is, or we would help you do, is you would install a Meta Pixel or a Google tag on your website or wherever you're going to drive those people to. So if that's a strategy you're going to use, which is pretty common. So now somebody sees your ad, they're going to click a button. That button takes them somewhere. If it takes them somewhere, you want to make sure that you're able to capture them. Not like you're not capturing Eric, you're capturing me going to your website. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I think you're going too much in the weeds.
Okay, too in the weeds.
So what I'm basically saying is, if it's like, I want to help women that are educated, that want to be speakers, that want to give a TED talk, or like, I want to help like women between 40 and 60 that make this kind of income, have this kind of education, and their interests are X, Y, and Z. Can I make sure that my ads go to that versus Joe, who's a plumber that doesn't care at all about TEDx, if that's what I'm running an ad to?
Yes. So not every platform is equal.
Okay.
But yeah, what you just said is what we would call the audience. So when we work with our clients, that's what we work with them on. We say, okay, who's your ideal target audience, right? Who typically buys or invests in you or your company or your product, whatever it is. And then 9 to 10 times they say, oh, I know that. It's this type of person with this type. Okay.
So we could do targeted ads to targeted people with a targeted specific thing that we want them to buy or do.
Yeah. So for instance, Lisa was saying TEDx, like there's a great example because there's an audience. So within the platforms, you can put in keywords. Right. So like TEDx would be one, or you can put in websites. So if you say, okay, here's my top 10 competitors, you can put in those websites so that.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Because like, let's say I go to Canadian Tire and I'm looking to buy a wheelbarrow. All of a sudden now Home Depot shows me wheelbarrows on my feed. And I'm like, how did they know that? That's how.
Got it. Okay, awesome. So then some kind of like do's and don'ts with lead generation. So let's say, okay, so we got an ad that's running to a thing and it's targeted to our people. And now they're doing what we've asked them to do. So whether it's call us, fill out this form, answer this email. Okay, now we're getting, so as the business owner, you're like, sweet, I'm now getting 10 people who are
Leads.
interested, 10 leads.
Yeah.
So leads means a person, like a contact, an actual human being.
Yeah.
I have 10 leads that now want to know more about my product or service.
Okay.
Where I see a big hiccup that happens is in this, okay, like, well, what do I do now? The follow-up process. So a lot of times, what some of our clients have done, which we instruct them around this, is like, oh, I sent an email. Okay. Most people, when they get an email from someone they don't know or a name they don't know, they don't remember what they did 5 minutes ago. So let's say for me, for example, if we're running ads for TEDx and someone writes, I have them fill out a form that gives them information about them and what they want to do and what they want to talk about, and do they have a website and what do they do, so I see if it's a right fit between me and them. So when I reach back out, I don't just send an email that says, hi, I'm Lisa, let's get on a call, which is what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
I'll send an email that says, hey, it's Lisa Pizik, your TEDx coach here. You filled out a form online about my coaching. You may or may not remember doing that. You filled it out 2 days ago or a day ago or last week or whenever. Thank you for telling me this. And then I'll reference maybe something from what they said to me. I love this idea. I love this thing on your website. I would like to meet with you. Here are some dates and times. I see you're in the same time zone as me or different time zone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it gives context to why I'm reaching out, who I am, and what I'm doing in the follow-up. So I think where people, I don't know if you want to add anything to that, but I think where people go wrong is we assume that people remember what they did.
Yeah.
And we assume that people remember who we are. Like if I ask you, what did you have for breakfast yesterday? But we eat the same thing for breakfast. So that's not fair for us. But most people would be like,
I don't know.
What did you eat for dinner last Friday?
I don't know.
Right? We assume that people remember these things and they don't. So we got to give them context, or else we appear like spam, like a spammer, just kind of like showing up randomly and they don't remember. So I think, you've heard that phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up, 1,000%. But I think the way that you follow up is really key. And then go ahead.
Yeah, there's two things I think to what you just said. So the one thing that I constantly try to remind myself is you think that everyone knows what you do and everyone knows what you have to offer. And that's so not true. Like, I think so. Number one, I'm in a group, a Facebook group.
Is it your Costco group?
No.
Oh.
That'd be a good example.
You love your Costco group.
So I'm in a group, and this gentleman has over 100,000 people emails. So he has a 100,000 email list, and every day, 365 days a year, he sends out an email with his offer every day. So when I think about that, I think about my inbox and like, okay, do I have emails that I get every day from companies, people, et cetera, et cetera? I don't know about every day.
Does that make you angry?
No,
because people will go, "Oh my god, I can't
stand
email
that.
somebody every single day. It's so annoying."
Yeah, and that's not the point. The point I'm trying to get across is you want those people to self-select, right?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so if you are that person that gets the email every day from that company,
yes,
you need to be the person to make a decision. Do you want those emails from that person every day? Yes or no? If no, then delete those emails or get off the list. If you do, then you probably will work with that person.
Right. I think what you're trying to say is how people respond to our email isn't our problem to worry about.
Yeah.
Like people always go, well, I don't want to be spammy. I don't want to email that much. I don't want people to think I am. I don't want to come across as.
Yeah.
That's not our worry. Our job in business when we have a solution to give to someone is to give it. And how they receive it. It's up to them, is what you're saying, is what they want to do with it.
Correct.
You want to stay. I mean, I have people that said the same thing. I get emails from a lot of my friends and peers in business, and I don't need their services at this moment. So I didn't unsubscribe, but I'm there if the time shifts and then I do.
And you probably subscribed 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, true. Oh,
so
yeah,
it's like
long standing.
If they didn't reach back out for 3 years, they'd be long gone. You'd be like,
I'd forget about.
Oh my God, that's right. You do that, right?
Now, email, I want to say, is just one way as well.
Yeah.
We've been instructing our clients to, which I think I want to change actually in our TEDx stuff that we're doing in story coaching stuff, capturing a phone number.
Yeah.
Because again, most of us, whether we want to admit it or not, are very accessible on our phones.
Oh, yeah.
We answer text. We
Oh, yeah.
look at text. We reply to text. And again, I think people go, oh my God, well, I don't want to sound creepy. I don't want to seem like I'm, again, it's all in. If you're like, hey, yo, work with me. It's Lisa. Like, what? You wouldn't say, hey, yo, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's all in. Hi, you filled out a thing. Thank you for sending me your text message or your phone number. I thought I would catch you this way because I'm doing this. And it's all in the way that you reach out to people. But I think people think, again, that it's top of mind in the person, and it's not. So you might have to email a few times. You might have to call a few times. I think a do and don't is, again, it's very quick to go, well, that was a crappy lead. It didn't convert for me, which is kind of the last part of where I want to go with this talk today is a lead is different from a conversion. So we'll talk about that in a second. But I think people are so quick to go, well, this lead's crappy. Well, this lead wasn't good.
Yeah.
Well, this lead didn't go anywhere. You and your coaching or you and your water bottle are not top of mind for that person. They are in their workday. They are with their children. They are busy, whatever they're doing in their life. They're not, that water bottle now is not top of mind. That TEDx coaching is not top of mind. So yes, you will need to follow up until you get it. I basically follow up until I get an answer one way or another, until someone says to me, no, thank you, for whatever reason, or they say now is not a great time. And then I say, okay, when can I've had some people say that to me, this is not a good month. Or in August, some people said, want to finish out the summer.
Yep.
When can I reach back out with you? November. Sounds great. I have a couple people reach back out in the new year. Sounds great. You always get a next step until it's a yes or a no kind of thing. Then once you've hit a yes or a no, then you can say which way, whether it was good, bad, depending on what they said. So, and then finally, the last part, when a business or a company enters into lead generation, is that different, Eric, from conversion?
Yes. So you brought up a good point there, like that I think could simplify it. So
you're going to simplify what I say.
So let's
do it.
Let's look at these as jobs. So if I was going to hire, so you're going to hire 3 people for your company. The first one is a person who's going to do lead generation.
Yes.
So what's their job?
To get people that are interested.
Get us leads.
Get us names and numbers of people. Names, numbers, emails of people.
Yep. Okay. That's great. The next person we're going to hire, who's going to take those leads and nurture them?
A salesperson.
Salesperson. Right? So that salesperson now is going to educate. They're going to follow up. So every day,
so do that part that we said. Get the yes, get the no.
Every day, the salesperson's going to come in. They're going to look and they're going to say, "Oh my God, here's all my leads. Awesome."
Okay.
Now their job is to phone, email, text them.
Yes.
Then the third person is the conversion person. Is ultimate goal. Get them to.
Oh, you mean like the closer?
Yeah, like to buy. Yeah, to buy it, to
which in a company is a lot of or solopreneur. It's the same person.
It's the same.
Well, not maybe the same in that we would be doing the lead generation, but they would probably be the same in terms of the sales and the close.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Or if you have a company, you have 3 people. Which makes sense.
and close could also mean like the person who collects money.
Okay.
Person who onboards.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, again, we want to manage the expectation when people say, I did lead generation, but I didn't get any sales. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's not the lead. Well, then we can look back and say, well, you got 500 people.
Leads,
500 leads. If not, you didn't have a leads problem. You either had a sales or a conversion problem.
Yeah.
And this is all stuff why you hire an agency is that we work through and we talk through, okay, what needs to change? Let's look at this. And then you get more answers and you set a plan.
Yeah.
But I think that's the other piece. I think a lot of times that always makes me crazy is people are like, oh, lead generation didn't work. And it's like, what'd you do? Oh, I sent them an email once.
Yeah.
No, so I think that's just so important education wise that when I think if it were that simple as you put up an ad and people responded and equated in a sale, I wish the world worked like that, because we would all be doing business and we would all be getting clients all the time. And that's just not how, and maybe back in the day when it was
a
like
long time ago,
it worked
sure.
like that.
Yeah.
But now the workplace or the market is crowded, right?
Everything is so hectic.
So it's like we do our job to cut through and put you top of mind. But then there's this other, it's like this handshake deal of we do the lead gen, but then on your end, or if you're hiring another company to do your lead gen, on your end, it's like you've got to now have the capacity to close, to be able to make those calls, make those follow-ups, have those conversations, and have a process in place. And that's something that we, definitely help with and talk through with everybody that we work with. But I just think a lot of people, I wanted to make this video because I don't think a lot of people maybe always understand when they hear that like lead generation is a buzzword and they don't really exactly know what that means. But lead generation, when done right, when you hire a company like us, and then you've got someone to reach out and, get on a call and then to close, it's a beautiful thing. Like Absolutely. That is where the money making happens, the impact, the clients, the referrals, all of it. But I think a lot of people don't understand that it's like a two-part system. They think it's just a one-part system.
Yep.
So wanted to educate on that.
Education done.
Check done. All right, friends. That's all we wanted to tell you for today. So if you're thinking, I don't know, I made this whole table rock. If you're thinking, earthquake, shaking, if you're thinking about lead generation and wanting to put something up and out, I do not recommend a DIY. Again, I think there's so many things when it comes to Google and Meta. I mean, this is more your world than mine, but do not believe the people that say, oh, it's so simple. You just click and put up an ad. No, if you want it done right, this is a skill that I think you should hire someone to work with. So
for sure.
If we are those people, we would love to chat with you. We are accepting clients this month, up to 3 to 5 maximum. At this moment, yes. So if that's something that you want to just have a conversation and chat about, you can find us at infinitedesignhouse.com, or you can just reply to this email, or you can send us a DM, whatever one you like, and we will get back to you. Thank you so much.
Bye for now.
Talk soon.